Snowdrop and Seven Little Dwarfs by Watty Piper. Once upon a time there was a little princess called Snowdrop, who had a cruel stepmother who was jealous of her. The queen had a magic mirror, which could speak to her, and when she looked into it and asked who was the fairest lady in the land, the mirror told her she was, for she was very beautiful. But as Snowdrop grew up, she became still more lovely than her stepmother, and the mirror did not fail to tell the queen this. So she ordered one of her huntsmen to take Snowdrop away and kill her, but he was too tender-hearted to do this and left the maiden in the wood and went home again. Snowdrop wandered about until she came to the house of 7 little dwarfs, and they were so kind as to take her in and let her live with them. She used to make their 7 little beds and prepare the meals for the 7 little men, and they were all quite happy until the queen found out from her mirror that Snowdrop was alive still, for, as it always told the truth, it still told her Snowdrop was the fairest lady in the land. She decided that Snowdrop must die, so she dyed her face and dressed up like an old peddler, and in this disguise she went to the home of the 7 dwarfs and called out, "Laces for sale." Snowdrop peeped out of the window and said, "A good day, mother, what have you to sell?" "Good laces, fine laces, laces of every colour," and she held out one that was made of gay silk. Snowdrop opened the door and bought the pretty lace. "Child," said the old woman, "you are a sight. Let me lace you properly for once." Snowdrop placed herself before the old woman, who laced her so quickly and so tightly that she took away Snowdrop's breath and she fell down as though dead. Not long after the 7 dwarfs came home, they found that she was laced too tight and cut the lace, whereupon Snowdrop began to breathe and soon came back to life again. When the queen got home and found by asking her mirror that Snowdrop was still alive, she planned to make an end of her for good, so she made a poison comb and disguised herself to look like a different old woman. She journeyed to the dwarf's home and induced Snowdrop to let her comb her hair. The minute she put the poison comb in her hair, Snowdrop fell down as though dead. When the 7 dwarfs came home, they found their poor Snowdrop on the floor, and suspecting the bad queen began to look for the cause, soon finding the comb. No sooner had they removed it than Snowdrop came to life again. Upon the queen's return home, she found by asking her mirror that Snowdrop still lived, so she disguised herself a 3rd time and came to the dwarf's little house and gave Snowdrop a poisoned apple. As soon as the little princess took a bite, it stuck in her throat and choked her. Oh! How grieved were the good little dwarfs! They made a fine glass coffin, and put Snowdrop into it and were carrying her away to bury her when they met a prince, who fell in love with the little dead maiden, and begged the dwarfs to give her to him. The dwarfs were so sorry for him they consented, and the prince's servants were about to carry the coffin away when they stumbled and fell over the root of a tree. Snowdrop received such a violent jerk that the poisonous apple was jerked right out of her throat, and she sat up alive and well again. Of course she married the prince, and she, her husband and the good little dwarfs lived happily ever after, but the cruel stepmother came to a bad end, and no one was even sorry for her. Thank you for watching. For more short stories like this, please like and subscribe.